Marhaba friends, would you like to test Windows 11 since it has just been released? And yes, you don't have a spare machine like me? Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to run a fully functional Windows 11 on a virtual machine on Linux using QEMU and KVM. Yes, so the reason why I'm showing this is because I went to the internet and I checked on YouTube and Google, and everybody is talking about Windows 11, but nobody shows how to run it on a virtual machine. So I thought I might well as do it and make a video about it, and so that you guys can play and test it like me. So the first things, we need a build of Windows 11, that is 21996, and the second thing is VirtIO Win 10. Okay, to get VirtIO Win 10, we need to go to this link. I'll put a link in the description, and once you land here, the safest bet is just to go to the latest VirtIO. And why we are using this is because we are going, if you go to archive, then you can see from 2015 till 2021 they have released the drivers for VirtIO. This will be used for QEMU KVM. So if we click on the link, we have to download this ISO, VirtIO Win 190, which is the latest one. It's 497 megs in size. Just download it. I have already downloaded previously, so these are the only two files that you require. All right, and I assume you have a functional QEMU installation on your Linux box. All right, so to start off, we have to fire up a virtual machine manager, that is QEMU virtual machine manager, and it will load up. And as you can see, I already have a macOS VM. If you don't know, I am running Big Sur on this machine too. I'll put a link in the description so you can see how I did it. All right. Right now I'm going to install Windows 11. So click on new file, new virtual machine. And once this loads up, we need to select local install media and find the ISO. So choose ISO or CD-ROM, click on browse. And once it is open, click on browse local, which I can speak today, and select the Windows ISO that you have downloaded. All right, so it automatically detects Windows 10. Don't worry guys, it's Windows 11. I mean, I don't know why it detects Windows 10. That is, QEMU still detects it as Windows 10. Click on forward. Memory, I don't have much memory, so I can allocate it 4 gigs safely. You can allocate more if you want, and CPU can allocate more. And storage is, see, 40, I just have 31.7 gigs left on this Linux partition, so I cannot give that much. I will have to even go lesser than 40. So on the safe side, I will go 25. Don't scream at me. If you have space, give 100. I mean, if I had space, I would give 100 GB, but I don't have space on this disk, so I'm going to be safe side with 25. I would select 100. So select 100 if you guys have space, but right now I don't have space, so I'm going to select 25. And I just allocated 2 cores of my CPU because I have only 4 cores. So if you have like 16 cores, allocate 8. All right, so click on forward, and this is the final step. So we need to rename it Windows 11, and Windows 11 and QEMU, that is how I rename it. So choose your name. And storage, you see this is a dynamic storage. It will not allocate 25 gigs all at once. That's good. And please remember to select customize configuration before install, because we need to do some customization. Network selection looks fine. Click on finish. Once we click on finish, this is the screen that loads up, and I'm going to walk you through each of these one by one. Not each of these, but most majority of these. And yes, I forgot, before we need to check on the preferences and make sure you have enabled XML editing checked on your virtual Word manager. All right, so let me close that, because we'll be modifying XML with our hands. So all right, so this looks good. Okay, so coming down, we have firmware. You see we have BIOS. If you want a BIOS firmware, that's okay, but I am going to change the firmware to UEFI, the newer ones. And each time you make a change, please remember to click on apply. All right, so I've applied it. Looks good, nothing to change here. OS information looks fine. Okay, CPUs, yes, this is the place. This is why we enabled XML editing. Okay, so you see I have 4 CPU cores. I'm allocating 2. You want, if you can't want, you can change the topology. This is probably for a later video, not the beginner one like this. So click on the XML, and this is what we need to change. Come down here and select this clock offset local time. Select these 2 lines and hit on delete, and then come to this part where it says HPET please present, yes, just say yes and not no. Click on apply. And why we did this? Because it will improve our CPU performance in a virtual machine. Memory, you can change it. I'm going to keep it at 4 gigs. All right, choose whatever suits you. SATA disk, okay. Now the virtual disk bus, that is SATA, we are going to change it to VirtIO. That is why we downloaded the VirtIO drivers from Fedora people, because VirtIO has a better performance than SATA. All right, that is why. I mean, I'm going to give you a very functional machine with the minimum resources. Okay, click on apply. SATA CD-ROM is the Windows 11. NIC card, okay, again, device model, this is network source is fine. Again, change it to VirtIO. Why asking me? Because again, it will give you better network performance. I'm going to prove it to you. Just okay. So okay. Other than that, view video QXL. QXL is fine if you can also select VirtIO. It gives you a little bit of 3D acceleration. I don't know if I'm going to get it because of my legacy machine. So I'm going to keep it to QXL. NIC storage, okay, that's all. I think we need to add one more hardware, which is a CD-ROM. So select on CD-ROM device and select, click on manage. Bus type, there's no VirtIO, so we'll keep it at SATA. Click on manage, and what, you know what, we are going to select the VirtIO ISO that we had downloaded. Remember VirtIO Win ISO? You will see the use of this. This will install the network drivers and the disk drivers, because we have selected VirtIO for a network driver and a data bus. Remember? Okay, this bus is not SATA, this bus is, so let's start off. So I'm going to minimize, close all of this on my system, because I have a very light system. I want to make it as lighter as possible. Very weak system, I should say, not a light system. Okay, so click on begin installation. Now, it will take some time to allocate the disk space, and it will create the domain, and yes, it will connect to graphical console for guests, and we will start. Okay, so it says press any key to boot from CD or DVD, and we have pressed it. And now I'm going to walk you through the steps, but I'm through the magic of video editing, I'm going to cut down on the time. But remember, it will, please be patient, it will take at least 40 minutes. I don't know, uh, it took me around 45 to 50 minutes. I assume it will take you 40 minutes. So please bear with the installation and don't think it's going to go as fast as I've shown you on the video. So this is the first step. Looks familiar if you've installed Windows 10. So click on next. Language, you click on install now, and then setup is starting. Some steps are very familiar, but some steps they just have a new UI. I mean, so I'm just going to walk you through the entire experience. This is like the full walkthrough of what will happen when you install Windows 11 on QEMU. So I don't have a product key. Click on that. No worries. Our installation will go run fine. In this screen, select Windows 11 Pro. Should be good enough to test, and click on next, and it will hopefully start the installation. Okay, you have to read the agreement very carefully and accept to all things that Microsoft says. Click on custom install, and see we don't have any disks because VirtIO drivers are not loaded. So we have to select Word load driver and just click on OK, and this will load up all the drivers from the VirtIO ISO file. Remember, and since we are installing Windows 11, which is a cousin of Windows 10, so select Windows 10 and click on next. So after the drivers have been loaded, hopefully we will be seeing the 25 gig disk that we allocated. Why? Now this driver will be able to write and read to the disk, virtual disk that we have selected. Great. It has detected, so just blindly click on next. Not blindly, I mean click on next. All right. So this will start up the normal Windows installation, and we are going to watch the entire process. So it will restart, and it will restart twice. So you don't have to click on restart now. You can click on restart now. I didn't click on Windows restart now, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so it's restarts, and the installation will continue. I know for some guys this part is going to be boring, so if please fast forward to the later section of the video where I show how to configure the network drivers and the display drivers. Other users, I just want to walk you through the entire process, the entire experience. So hang on with me. I mentioned that this is not going to take too long. And you see, this is the boot manager that, and we have selected EFI. So there was EFI there. It says just a moment. And yes, it was not just a moment. It took a long time. Okay, again, I'm skipping. I am showing all the important bits. Yeah, you see, Windows 11 and Windows has logo has come up, and yes, is this the right country or region? Okay, United States, I'm there. Yeah, just click on next. I'm not United States, so it's okay. So next step, it loads, is this the right input keyboard? Okay, US keyboard, is it fine? I'm click on next. You want a second keyboard? No, I don't want skip on skip. Let's see what comes up next. And oh, it wants my Wi-Fi. Do we have Wi-Fi? No, we will not have internet because anyways, this is a VM and we don't have internet. So I don't have internet. Click on that, continue with limited setup. Okay, Microsoft, we are continuing with limited setup, don't worry. Who's going to use the device? Please enter your name. And my name is, as you all know, is Hikmate Ustad. So Hikmate Ustad is going to use this machine, create a super memorable password, ABCDEF. Again, ABCDEF, super memorable and easy. Please add security questions. And after that, we will be presented with the screen where it says choose privacy settings for your device. Yeah, Microsoft, I know you guys are tracking me. Anyway, even on this machine, I'm not going to select anything. So all no, 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 include optional. I mean, this is just the basic setup. I mean, if you guys want me to do like a trimmed down setup or to make Windows 11 fast, I mean, if a majority of my viewers ask me to, make a Windows 11 video where it's like super fast with no tracking and all, I'll make it. But if not, then this is video. Okay, so it says hi and getting things ready for you. I know Microsoft, you always get things ready for me with your updates, and I am crying after each update. So I hope this is the Windows 11 has had. This might take a few minutes. Please keep your PC on and plugged in. Good things coming your way. I don't know where they picked this slogan. Almost there, and yes, we are inside. See, we are in Windows 11. Congratulations, guys. Just we are with Windows 11. Great, 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 great. Almost. So we have to fix a couple of things. I'm not going to do a what are the new things video. You can find on the internet, man. Okay. And Explorer, man, they don't have tabs still. I mean, Microsoft, come on, guys, you should listen to your users. Okay, anyways, I'm going to fix it, the network and stuff. So come to your VirtIO CD and select the x86 or the 64-bit. Oh, I have to check, right, the installation, whether it picked up 64-bit or 86-bit. So right click on this PC, go to properties, and see, let's check whether we have a 64-bit machine or 86-bit 32-bit machine. We have a 64-bit machines. Great. So we are going to pick the 64-bit version of the driver. So double click on it and install it. What this will do, since we already have the disk drivers installed, this will install the network drivers and we will be having internet. And trust me, guys, I mean, I'm surprised. Okay, so I'm just showing you, if you go to device manager, we see that there are some devices that this machine does not recognize, and VirtIO drivers are going to fix all of them. Yes, all of them. And then we need to improve on the display drivers. Okay, so Ethernet controller, PCIe, we don't have internet, so we'll fix it. So close it, click on the next, VirtIO WinDriver installer, click on next, read and accept the license agreement, and select all of these, guys. I mean, yeah, just select all of these. You're going to need all of them, trust me. And click on next and click on install, and it's installing. Okay, UAC prompt, click on yes. And then if it was OBS, I wouldn't be getting that USC thing, right? Okay. Okay, so VirtIO balloon driver, click on always trust software from Red Hat. Yeah, Red Hat is okay, fine, okay, no problem. And we have finished the VirtIO WinDriver installation. Cool, okay. That means we have fixed some of the displays. Now if you go to the display settings to see what we can do about the display, this doesn't look good to me. So if we right click as of now, after installing the VirtIO network drivers, we see the display resolution is locked at 800 by 600, so we can't do anything about it. To do something about it. What we are going to do is, if I maximum I can do is full screen and you get this display. This is horrible, not acceptable. So if I'm going to fix it, guys. Okay, so if we come to device manager, remember we installed Virtio drivers, right? So see, all the yellow things are gone, but we still have Microsoft basic display adapter, and which is what we are going to fix now. So open up our beloved Microsoft Edge browser, and trust me guys, it's a good browser. Yeah, I mean, good, it's good. And let's search for Spice download. So click on and hit enter, or click or do what, and come to this link there. It's a download Spice. I'm going to close the other tab. You see guys, we have internet. Okay, you see we have internet. See, after installing the Virtio drivers, and see how fast the internet is. So come down and come to the Windows binaries part where you say Windows guest tools, and select on Spice guest tools, and wait for it to download. See how fast the download went. Okay, this wasn't sped up, guys. I mean, this is all in real time. I did not speed this up. So now this is done. So let me close the browser and open up this Explorer to show this. I have downloaded it just right now in front of you. Click on download, Spice Get Tools latest, and double click it or hit enter after clicking it once. And UAC prompt, click on yes, and it will start the installation of Spice Get Tool. Okay, let me close the browser and click on agree, next, and then click on installing. Okay, it's installing a lot of drivers. We have VioSer driver. What is VioSer driver? Virtio serial driver. Wow. Okay, VioSer driver. Okay, executing, and then pretty much okay. Again, we have command prompt where it is going to do something. All right, okay, now see, it has already resized. Okay, we already have a better display, guys. See why we already have better display. I mean, pretty cool, right? And once this is done, we will be having best display. So right off the bat, just click on restart after you install the display drivers. So restarting, and we are back. Please wait. We're going to log into Hikmat Ustad ABCDE. Remember? Yeah. Don't keep that password, guys. I mean, just kidding. Okay. So now that we are in, if now I right click on the device manager, you will see we have updated our display adapter from Microsoft Basic Display Adapter to something. And what is that? If we click on there, we see Red Hat QXL controller. Remember, we had QXL selected in our Spice controller. Okay, so right click display settings, and this time hopefully our display setting resolutions will be unlocked. See, display resolution is 1024x768. We select 1920 by 1080, and it's adjusting. Do you want to keep this display setting? Yes. Wow, just look at it. I mean, come on. Now I'm going to say view, full resize, no, resize to VM, and just say view, scale display always, and full screen. Yes. See, will you guys be able to tell this I'm running on a VM rather than on actual hardware if I showed you this initially? Come on guys, I mean, cool, very cool, right? So we have a fully functional Windows 11 installation, 25 gigs of hard disk space, 4 gigs of RAM, and we have like a super, I mean, we have a functional Windows 11 installation, guys. I mean, see, with the minimal resources we are, and that is the beauty of QEMU and KVM, and that is the beauty of Virtio. I mean, I wanted to show you the most functional Windows 11 installation on a VM without using actual hardware. So again, to show you how powerful this thing is, and remember guys, we don't have any hardware acceleration. We have not passed through any hardware accelerator, and I am loading a live stream on Reddit. And if you go to YouTube, and I want to show you guys how good this thing is. If we go to YouTube and we search for any film, my favorite is Inception, and I'll load up Inception trailer, and we'll make it full screen to see if we can go full screen, and we'll check the resolution that YouTube thinks we are on, so that we'll see how good it is. So if we check on, let it go full screen, guys. Okay, and we check on settings, see quality 720p, so we can play on 720p, and trust me, it's playing smooth. I can't show you Inception on this video. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. See you next time. Stay safe.